what knowledge did you have of methamphetamines the first time that you tried it?
I didn't have any. I didn't know.
You'd never heard of it?
I had heard of it, but I didn't have any idea how it was going to make me feel, what it was going to do. I didn't know.
Like, when you say you heard of it, like, what did you heard?
I had heard of it in DARE back in school.
Oh, okay.
I'd heard of it in health class, just the short presentation of, this is what methamphetamine is. But I don't think I grasped the concept of it's an actual real thing. Like, it actually does those things. It actually is that thing. Like, I don't think I had totally grasped the fact that I could obtain it in Logan, Utah, in my college dorm room, and I could use it, and then it could overturn my life. I don't think I know that I didn't know those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
do you think that your like the reason that you didn't sort of grasp what it was capable of was simply because it wasn't presented in the right way, or do you feel like your mind wasn't even ready to think about anything on that level? Because I'm kind of taking myself back, and it's like, yeah, it's like, people will tell you about meth. People will tell you that it's horrible. People will tell you that it, like, look at what it will do to people. It'll show you pictures and graphic images and everything. And I think that it's always just so easy to go, wow, that sucks for them.
Yeah.
Like,
that could never happen to me.
Yeah, like, that could never happen to me, right? And so I wonder, like, do you think that was some of your case where it was just like, like, or were you even like processing that could have happened?
I think I thought of it the same way that I thought of alcohol and marijuana and mushrooms that I'd used. I'd used them once, twice, 3 times. And that was that. I just kicked them and I was over it, And I think that was my thinking behind meth, is that I could use it 1, 2, 3 times and call it good. I'd tried it, and that would be that. I didn't think I would get hooked right after the first hit. I think that was my thinking behind it.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting.
I can see that, though.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of that in your story too, as well, like meth, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Meth and heroin. Yeah.
Was that your experience with meth as well?
Not exactly. No. I had made a resolve. I resolved with my best friend at a young age. I think I want to say I was 15 the first time I did meth, because I was a daily meth user by age 16. But prior to the first time I used it, we had resolved to never use it. Right? We weren't going to do crank. We weren't going to do powders. And when we did, I remember, feeling like, fuck, we just broke a code. I remember feeling like, why did we do this? But again, I didn't have the self-confidence to maintain my own level of integrity, right? And this was like even back then, even, before I was even like robbing people's houses or cars or any of that kind of shit. Like, I knew that there was a level I didn't want to cross. I crossed it anyway. And then I continued that into oblivion so that I didn't have to feel the feelings of shame and guilt that go along with us crossing the line against ourselves.